Welcome to a day in the life of using SpringCM, Salesforce, and DocuSign to accelerate the time to closing contracts within an organization. What we'll be doing is seeing how a variety of different users utilize the SpringCM, DocuSign, and Salesforce interfaces to get contracts done more efficiently. We're going to start by using our salesperson who's going to be in Salesforce, who's going to initiate a contract within SpringCM. That salesperson is then going to see how Sarah Johnson is able to pick up the contracting process and support from a redlining perspective, getting those contracts ready to go out to the customer for signature. And then lastly, what we'll see is how Peter Gibbons, our customer, is able to execute that contract with a digital signature and be able to capture the final executed PDF right within a central repository that connects DocuSign, SpringCM, and Salesforce together to give a full picture of all of the contract activity, as well as the contract details, as well as a 360-degree view of the customer. Let's go ahead and get into it. Within Salesforce, our salesperson logs in and is able to see any activity related to contracts right from his dashboard. We're able to see an inbox tracker and an activity tracker that SpringCM provide. The inbox tracker allows me to see what contracts are waiting on me and what contracts are waiting on other people. So if I need to go follow up with Peter Gibbons to make sure that he signs off on a contract, I've got this available to me right from my homepage. From our opportunity, our salesperson is able to pick up the contract process and move our opportunity from proposal price quote to signed contract using the automation tools of SpringCM and DocuSign. Before jumping into the user experience of generating things, the SpringCM document management solution will automatically be storing all executed and saved documents that are going through certain processes so that a user can track what other contracts they may need to execute to be able to close this opportunity. To kick things off, we'll click Generate Master Agreement from within Salesforce, and what that will do is present our salesperson with the right contract templates that they need to generate for this opportunity so that we can close it. We'll pull in the information from Salesforce, the account name, the opportunity value, and then pull in the primary contact information. At the bottom, what we'll be able to do using SpringCM's document configuration and generation system is pull in the right terms depending on what type of document we need to generate and the legal terms that we need to include. We can pull in standard terms, or we can configure those so that our salesperson can make sure that we've got the appropriate contract for this deal. We can include the product appendix to make sure that we've got all our products that we're selling our customer represented here. If we did want to customize terms, our salesperson can actually pick from our clause library to make sure that we include our standard or fallback language around limitation of liability to generate the right contract and author the document as we go through and build that document from within Salesforce. Clicking Next will generate the contract, and we'll put that into the workflow so that SpringCM can manage getting that contract approved and ready to be executed. We'll save that contract from within Salesforce, and then once that contract is saved, we'll trigger all of the activity in the workflow that makes sure that we process the next steps, that we get the contract ready to be signed. And we'll see here automatically that the document has now been moved into an agreement review. In that agreement review phase, we'll pick things up as Sarah Johnson. Sarah Johnson is able to review the document that we just generated, getting an email notification automatically issued from the SpringCM system, and she can log in through her SpringCM dashboard and see the latest activity that she needs to attend to within SpringCM around managing the approvals that she needs to take action on, or processing renewals, or tracking any other data points that she needs to within SpringCM. Sarah's able to pull up the document that we just generated, and she'll be able to see the contract that we just authored and Greg sent over to her from within Salesforce. SpringCM offers quite a few different productivity tools that Sarah can take advantage of when she's working on this contract. She's able to open the document up and edit it in the browser. She can track the history of who's made changes, or she can open the document up and actually make some edits. We'll go ahead and open that document up in Microsoft Word to Sarah, and Sarah's able to then make those changes within Word and save the latest version back into SpringCM seamlessly. When she clicks Edit, she'll be able to have that document on her desktop, and she can review the clauses and the terms that Greg had changed. If she then wants to accept or reject any red lines, or wants to go and insert clauses from her clause library, all of that activity can happen seamlessly and will automatically be saved back into the SpringCM system. Off to the right, when we load the SpringCM clause library, Sarah is able to pull from a playbook that offers the ability to select the appropriate governing law for the appropriate contract that we're working on. If we needed to swap in the England and Wales governing law because we're working on in the UK, we can go ahead and do that and have pre-written language that can easily be swapped into that contract to make whatever changes we need. Now once we're done making those changes as Sarah, SpringCM will automatically version the latest document that's stored in the SpringCM system with the changes that Sarah made, and Sarah can direct the contract on to the next phase. We can send it out to the customer for review, we can trigger finance approval, or in this case what we'll do is just choose send for final approval and signature, and legal OK with changes. Hitting complete will move that contract over to the next party, who's then able to review that contract and give the final approval. Once Sarah is done with her review, we'll switch over and automatically send that contract over to Jenna, who's the manager. And Jenna is able to review the contract that we just sent over to her right from within SpringCM so that she can see the latest changes that were made by Sarah and track that we got the final review and that we've got approval from legal so that we can feel comfortable with the risk that's included in this contract based off of legal's approval. But if Jenna actually wants to review this contract and see what had changed, SpringCM's redlining capabilities allow Jenna to, just with a single click, call out where that document changed while it was with Sarah, and she can feel even more confident because she's able to see those red lines when she looks at the document. Now, if Jenna's feeling good about this contract, she can hit approve and say, go close this deal. And once giving that approval, once capturing that approval, SpringCM will automatically send that document out to Peter, who's able to process his signature using DocuSign. That contract will be packaged up seamlessly, distributed through the DocuSign interface, and Peter's able to click in, follow the simple prompts of DocuSign, and we'll capture that executed version back into SpringCM with full visibility of the red lines that were made and full continuity of any versions that were changed along the way. Peter's able to sign. We'll capture the details that we need from Peter, and once we hit finish, the document will be sent back into SpringCM and Salesforce to pick up the next steps of that customer relationship. After completing the signature, let's take a look at what the salesperson sees. If we go back to Greg's able to see when he goes to his opportunity that he's got a closed deal now with his contract now stored in the SpringCM repository. If he refreshes the screen, we'll see that the opportunity has been advanced to close 1 and that we've got our PDF stored and saved within SpringCM. That takes us all the way through from generating the document through to capturing the appropriate approvals and red lines through to capturing the signed executed version of a document within DocuSign. Thanks for taking a look, and let us know if you have any questions.